say. So when you will select for your data structure storing linked list, and when you will store when you will store your data in the array list. And we have also seen the concept of like node internal implementation of linked list is node. So those concepts we have already seen. So there is no initial capacity, no initial size kind of concepts here when you are going with the node structure. That is also one important point. You can tell that array list by default capacity is 0, but when you insert the one element, the capacity is by default 10. It has a load factor and multiplying factor. But in linked list, there is nothing like that. In the methods wise also, you can say that there are some differences, and at one difference you can tell that array list has only list interface implementation, where like linked list is having list and DQ both kind of interface implementation have. So it has some additional methods also. So we were discussing about linked list. Now let me open Eclipse and I will show you other methods which we can see the demo. But like it is not very important topic. Array list is very, very important. Linked list, if you know, then it's good to know. I must tell you this point. Important. So we have linked list, you can see here. We have seen couple of examples of that. Get first, get last. We have seen. Turn on this green one. So basically, it is hide non-public. Non-public means the things which are not of use, just I hide it. You can see here we have pop and push operations. The pop is something like take out from the what do you call some box. You can just imagine, and you have put something inside that box. And pop operation is like remove from the box, like box. And push operation is something insert something in that box. So we have those kind of operations, pop and push. So let me show you the example of pop and push. So we have here linked list demo class. Let me comment the additional things which are not needed because we have already seen this. Our linked list name is AL. Let me change the name. So let's right click, go to refactor and rename. You can see here, if you go with the refactor rename, so one place you are changing, every place it is going to change. Once you hit enter, it will be accepted. So wherever the references were there, everything is updated in a single go. That is the beauty of refactoring. So now I'm coming here and we have like linked list before adding of any like pop or push operations. And based on that, I can perform some push and pop operation. So first do a push operation and then do a pop operation. So I'm going to do push operation. So you can see here, it is asking for same like add, that go and add. So I'm just trying to add something here. Since I have added something, after adding, I am just going to print it and see which place it is added. So normally if you go to the push operation, it says that it will be added on the top. Pushes an element onto the stack represented by the list in order towards insert element on the front of the list. So it is saying that it will be added in the front of the list. So that thing you have to just see if you are doing push operation, so where it will be added. So let me run this and just check whether which place it is added. So you can see here whatever I have done via push operation, it is added at the first position. And like pop operation is just or remove from the top. If you go to the pop operation, you see here. So it is saying that pop an element from the stack represented by the list in order to remove the return first element in the list. So after doing this, you just do a pop operation. Instead of push, I'm doing pop. You can see here pop is not accepting any parameter. You can see here pop. Pop is just blank. So I will not pass anything here. By default, it will remove the first element from the linked list. And after removing, I'm just again printing that to see whether what is changed after performing the pop operation. You can see here. Earlier it was like this. After addition, it was like this. After push, it become like this. And after pop, again, it become like this. So if I perform a pop operation 2 times or 3 times, just want to see that how it is performing. You can see here. Consider that I did multiple times more than the size of that. So I just want to check whether it is throwing any exception or not. So pop operation, you will go to the definition, then it will show you if any exception it is throwing. You can see here returns the element first, and throws no such element exception if the list is empty. So this is something important. If element will be like the linked list will be empty and you try to use pop operation, then it will throw this exception. So that I wanted to show you that I did multiple times. And when sometimes like after that, whatever the values finish, then you try to perform the pop operation, it will throw the no such element exception. Exception, no such element exception. You can see here at the line number 39 I got. I click there 39 means this was the last element. After that, there is no operation correct. So let me comment from line number 39 to this one. And again, I will run this and I will see. So you can see after this, it is able to print the empty list. So that is okay. So this will throw no such element exception. That is important thing. Let me go again. Remove. So remove is something like remove. By default, it will remove the first one and it is removed on the integer based and the remove object. So 3 removes operations are there basically, and one is remove first. So remove and remove first, both are basically same. You try to use any one. So let me go there and see. If I comment this part, so there are some differences in remove and remove. If you go to the remove, you can see here, it returns the data type. It's like the data type which you are using. One is remove, it is also removing the data type. One is remove object, it is returning the boolean type. So return type is different here, boolean type. And remove first is also data type. Whatever the data you want to remove, you can use it. Which data you have removed, you can print it like that. So consider that I have a list and after that I'm using like this. S out. The array linked list name is there. I can use this and then I can use remove. So how I can use it in the system.out.println, because when I mouse over, it is saying that as return type is string. So that's why I am able to use it in the system.out.println. And when I will run it, it will show you which data it has removed. So after removing, when I'm printing here, I should see the difference in the output. You can see here. What it did. You comment this part. This is as of now. This is empty. This is empty. Before addition, this is the thing when I am removing. It is printing the entire thing. I don't, should not be that. Should print only that data which I am going to remove. What I am expecting. Yeah, it is correct over here. Maybe somewhere it is on. That's right. Okay. Okay. I was thinking where it is coming. So now it is correct. So remove method will just return that what element you are going to remove, and after removing, when you will print, you will get the actual output. So let me show you. Initially, it was like that. When I added Ravi here by a push operation, it become like this. Then I just use remove method. So you can go here and check here remove method. It is calling remove first. So basically remove and remove first is the same method. So you can use either of one. So now I'm going here, and which data it is going to remove? It is showing in the string format. So return type is string. So if I try to print, it is just printing as well, which data I have removed. So it is saying that you have removed this data. Okay. And again, if I am trying to print, so it will again remove the second data. So two times I have used remove method, and two times it will show you what data you have removed. And finally, I'm just printing it. That final, whatever the latest linked list is there, it is just printing. You can see here two values I have removed. So these two values are removed and other remaining values are getting printed. So this is something like that. So now we have other method called remove on the basis of integer index. You can just pass the index, and it is also removing like the data type, which data you want to remove. That thing you can pass over here. So let me comment this part. I will just use the same way, but a little change I will do. So here I will pass the index. So consider that I have linked list of, and then I want to remove the last one. So dot size -1. So basically size will give you the actual size, but the index you will have to pass always lesser one. So what I will do, I will just use -1, and then I will try to print the latest linked list. So it will just print the latest linked list. You can see here. The latest last value should be removed. So last value was the removed. So based on the index, you can just use remove method. So let me show you one more example. Size by 2, I will say. So whatever the half position value will be there, it will be removed from the list. You can see here. So let me show you the output, then you can just compare the results. So it removed two values. One was Ajay last and one is Ravi 111. So Ravi 111 was at the middle position. So it removed two values, you can see here. And then the final output, it is remaining. This one is printed over here. So you can use it like that. So this was index based example. Other example is the object based, means you can just pass the object and you can show the that this is also one way of removing. You can see here remove an object you can pass like this. And this is returning the Boolean one. So it will not return which object, because object you already passing. So it will just tell that whether it is removed or not. Okay. So you just have to be careful when you are using between the Like what is the expected output you will get. I will use like this. Let me copy this. And here I will just pass with array 111 the double quotes because it is in the string format. So one value it removed. Again, I will try to remove another value. It is Ravi 111. Okay. And then finally, when I'm printing here, you will see here, it will say you true or false. Means if the data is present, it will say that it is removed and true. If data is not present, in that case, it will say you false. So let's test that scenario as well. Means I will just pass a false value. Means that value is not present, but I am trying to remove. Okay. Amit is not present in the list, but if I am trying to remove, it will not throw any error. It will just throw false. It will just say false or true. The operation is successful or unsuccessful kind of. You can see here true, true, false I'm getting. And finally, I'm getting the last final list. So it's like that. So anyone has any doubt?
No, I mean, here we can remove specific element as well. And
So there are different ways of remove. So
yeah,
we have already seen this is remove first. One is remove with the like indexing you can pass and remove with the object you can pass. So three remove ways are there in the linked list. And additional methods are there. Which one is remove first we have already seen. And this is remove first occurrence. Means if there are duplicates, then you can use this one.
okay.
Okay. So consider that I will have to find some duplicate one. Let me try to find duplicate and then I can show you some example for that. So post operation, I will comment this part. This is not needed as of now. This demo is already completed. Going with this demo. So before removing, first I will print the values. But what is the actual list? And I'm going to use remove first occurrence. So this is the name of method. So consider that if I use remove with object, in that case, what is the output? And if I use remove first occurrence, then what is the output? So I believe it is removing everything. If it is duplicate, it will remove both value. After removing this Ravi, I want to check that how many values of Ravi is removed. Okay. So before removing Ravi, the list was like that. And after removing the Ravi, if both the values are removed, so I will think that it is removing every Ravi. You can see here. You can see in above list, there was one Ravi and there was second Ravi. But here, if I am removing it, it is just removing the first one. Okay, that's it. It's just behavior is same. It just remove one. It is not removing every Ravi. So what is the difference then? Let me check. I'm using just removing the first one. Remove and remove. First is almost same. You can see here, go there and you can see. So based on that occurrence, it is removing. It is not removing every Ravi. Okay. If you use remove and you remove first occurrence, so basically it would be shame. Instead of this, just copying this and trying to remove another Ravi. That's 2 times Ravi if I am removing. First see that whether it is removing or not. So it is removing this time both of the Ravi. And let me comment this part. I want to remove only first occurrence. Basically remove and remove first occurrence is the same thing. After this, if I am just using this list to be printed, so it will just remove only one Ravi. So this Ravi is still there. So it is just behaving like same. Either remove with the object name or remove first occurrence, the object name is same. But there must be some difference. Maybe I will check that remove and remove first occurrence. What is the remove first occurrence is returning Boolean, but the remove is returning the object. You can see this is the difference. So if someone is asking basically what would be the difference, you can tell the data type. Return type is the difference between this. So this is one thing you can note. And one is remove last occurrence. So same like that. Remove last is returning the data type as the data type of linked list, and remove last occurrence is just returning the Boolean. So this is the only difference, but you can just have a look that if I'm using this, then how it is system is behaving. So let me copy this, comment this, test this, remove last. So remove last Ravi will remove the last one. Is remove last, not remove last object. We have already seen remove last, so no need of this. We will go with the remove last occurrence. Here we have to pass the object, which data you want to remove. So if there are multiple, so it will remove the last one. So let me remove this and then after that go for printing and then see the output. You can see here this Ravi is not removed, but the last Ravi is removed. So the data, which is like case of duplicate, if you want the last one or the first one, so you can give a try with this kind of examples. So we have set is with update. You find the integer and then you want to update the value. So you can see here in this way you can use. So linked list is also like same. It's a list kind of thing. So we have already seen those things, but let me show you again. So this is demo of those methods. It is saying that use this one dot set, and it is saying that based on index you can try to update. So I'm just trying to set the 0th index and the element which I want to update with what. So I'm saying that update with TTTTT like that. And after that and before that I want to print. Before was this and after is this. You can see here first one is updated. You can use like this. Now again I'm going here set, we have seen size, we have already know. Other things like 2 array is there, so you can just convert the linked list into 2 array. Like you can convert into the array. So consider that I have a list and I want to convert into the array. So I will take this list here, then put here, then dot to array, So it will give you the array and then give the name of the array, store it somewhere. Just array via linked list. I'm given the name like this. So just mouse over, create a local variable. So it will create the object data type. And after that, you want to print this array. So very simple. So take this reference and go with the for advanced for loop. For just put the collection name and array name like this. The colon symbol will be there. And just create a local variable. I'm creating ARR. And the data type is object. You can see here, it is gone. Just try to print, should be okay. Way of array printing is like that, index based or advanced for loop. And what do you want to print? You want to print ARR. So ARR will keep on pointing each and every element one by one. Yes, out. Let me comment this part. Other things are already commented out. So we had some example over here, that is okay. And let me run this and show you. You can see here, the output is coming like this. Whatever the value we have put in what sequence, it is coming in that sequence. Like this. Okay. Anyone has any doubt?
No, Rajiv. Just one thing I want to understand. So here we know that all the list items. So if someone don't know the uh, array list items, then first and last it is easier to remove. But how we can remove certain list items? I mean, the size we know that we already know the size of the
So we have already
length of
seen
the array.
now. We have already seen the index based. You can get the index of any element as well. So there is a one method you have seen now. Index of. You can get
Okay,
the
okay.
index
I get
index
it.
of any. Must like you want to remove Amit only, right? And based on the index, right? So what you can do, you can get the index of Amit and then you pass that index. Okay, so that you can do. Then you can use it via index number.
Okay.
If you don't know index, then there are ways to find the index and then you can pass the index in that next one. Next line you can pass. Consider that there is Amit, right? Somewhere. And I want to remove Amit on the basis of index, right? So what I will do, link list one dot remove and index base I want. See, there are different remover there. You can see here. So this one I want to use. Okay. So how to get the index? So in this method, I will pass get the index of that. So linked list dot index of okay. Got it? Based on index, you are removing.
Yep.
And after that, when you will print, you will see that Amit is gone. You can see here Amit was here, but in the next printing, Amit is gone. So I think we have covered enough for linked list as well. We can proceed to the next topic. And there are some theoretical concepts which you have to know. That one is array list, linked list differences. Second thing, that the size, load factor, and those things you can put. And apart from that, when you will go with the array list and when you will go with the linked list. So there you have to put the strong logics, that insertions, deletions, based on this, like this need, the actions, I have to take on this, or what kind of data I'm going to store. Either I have to store in the middle, or I have to store the data in between, like, or at the last. So based on those operations, or what kind of maximum operations are the needed. So based on that, you can tell that I will go with the array list or I will choose the linked list. So basically all the theoretical concepts we have already gone through. Now we have array list versus vector. Array list you already know, but the vector things are the additional things which you have to know. First, look the differences, then I will cover the vector topic. So first is like vector is legacy class. Legacy class means it is from the Java 1.0. The main thing is that. Second thing is that vector is synchronized and thread safe and slow as compared to array list. Okay. And array list uses iterator and list iterator, where vector uses iterator, list iterator, and enumeration. Enumeration also it is using. Okay. So enumeration is there, which is some additional feature for the vector, and that you will see in the examples. But mostly we are not using vectors too much because our most of the cases are being solved with the array list and linked list. But yeah, when we have multi-threading environment and when you have to perform those kind of operations, so instead of using array list, you will go with the synchronized one. So synchronized things, it's almost same operations, also same, almost same kind of things. Okay, whatever you have seen, some additional methods they have given, and then we will show you those things that we are going to use it. Basically, the main difference is it is non-synchronized and it is synchronized, and it is from the Java 1.0 and it is added in the 1.2, I believe. So one load factor and this factor is also there. You can see vector grows by 100%. Normally it was growing by 50%. If the size was 10, it was becoming 15. But in this case, the size is 10, then it will become 20. Okay. So this is something, multiplying factor is like this. Double it, the number of element exceed the capacity, slow in performance. And one additional things, in vector we have a capacity method. So you can always check that what is the current capacity of the vector. Whereas in array list, we don't have that. It is fast in performance, it is slow in performance. Use in single user application, use in multi-user application. So it is just showing you the demo that what it was, that how it grows. So growth factor is 1.5, multiplying factor 1.5. Here multiplying factor is 2. Rest of the things are same, the size, initial capacity, and these things are like 10 only. So we will see this example. So we have already seen iterator and list iterator. So it's just theoretical concepts are there. Then I will come to this topic, I will show you. And let's go to the vector class. You can see here in the vector, we have this kind of methods. So most of the methods you have already seen. Couple of methods you will see new. One is capacity. One is elements. This is something different. It is called enumeration. So enumeration is supported in vector only. And basically you have to go through the enumeration, what you call interface. It is also one interface. You have to know about that. and rest of the things I can see almost same, right? Which are useful. And their constructors is also there. One is blank, one is size, and one can size and capacity also you can define. You can see initial capacity and initial incremented you can just define. So we will see couple of examples, then you will come to know about vector, but it is like very less important topic, vector. Why? Because people are very lessly using it. Vector demo. You see here how we were creating the list and array list. So same like that, line number 11 is almost same. There is nothing difference. And you can see here initial size and initial capacity. First I am printing this. So let me comment this part, then I will show you. I am printing this, initial is 0, 0. Capacity is 10, size is 0. So vector by default capacity, when you don't add any element, it is 10. So let me show you via debug mode. Run as Java, run as debug. There is. When the vector is created, it is by default capacity is 10. But in the case of array list, when you were adding first element, then the capacity was becoming 10. So this is also one difference you can note it down. And you can tell in the interview. If you have practically implemented, then you should be able to tell that. You can see just I am triggering it. It will create a vector and just notice the size and everything. You can see here vector is created. So it is of 10. Okay. So capacity is 10. You can see here 0 to 9 index number. And here the size is 0, but the capacity is 10. If I am running this, step over, step over. You can see here capacity is 10. It is printing like that. So everything is commented out. So that program is going to complete. Now I'm going one by one. Let me add couple of just to show you that what is the capacity and what is the size. After adding elements. But I'll show you in the debug mode so that you will know. You can see here, it is coming here, step over. So this is capacity of 10 is created. Now the size is what? 1. Then you see here, element count is 1. So size is 1. Size is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You just focus here. 10, it is 10. Okay. When it grows, 7, 8, 9. Up to 9, no problem. 10 is no problem. Once I added 11th, then the capacity becomes 20. You can see here 20. And once you go there inside that, you can see this like this coming. Okay. So this is just for your understanding how internal implementation is being done. And once it is done, then I will just print the vector. This was just a side demo, you can see. So total vector elements is printed, the size is printed, and the capacity is printed. This is something very important. In the case of what you call array list, this method was not there. So this is one additional method in the vector they have given to find the capacity anytime. So after adding the 11th one, the capacity becomes 20, the size is 11, still 11. And how to print the vector? That normal things, the everything like list, array list, whatever you have seen. All those things are already there. Just the additional things is there that I want to show you. Iterator also, you know, like how to use it. So if you are using iterator, just use while loop. It's simple. You just create the vector, whatever the vector you have created, and just put a dot and then iterator method will be there. So once you create the iterator method, use this, then it will create iterator of a string. It will keep pointing one by one every element, and then you want to print it. So this was just a normal printing, and this is the printing via iterator and the while loop. This is not challenging, it is simple and nothing new in that. You already you already have done so many times, so this is very easy for you. Now, this was easy thing, but the new thing is there, enumeration. So let's focus on that task. That how to use enumeration in Java. You can see, let me comment this part. And it is also very simple, just the methods name they have changed. So once you are using enumerations, you go there first in the enumeration interface, and you see here there are two methods. Has more elements, next element. So iterator was having has next, but it has more elements, has or next elements. Only two methods it has given. Okay. And one thing about vector is when it is introduced, it was introduced in Java 1.0. So that's why it is called legacy classes. Thread safe. Enumeration also added in Java 1.0. Now coming here, so how to use enumeration? Just take the vector name, whatever the name you have taken, and instead of iterator, just put elements. So once you put element, the return type of elements is, you can see here, enumeration. So it will automatically create, instead of iterator, it will create enumeration type, okay, reference. So once you created enumeration type reference, so it has two methods. So has more elements, return type is Boolean. So it will just check whether any element is still there or not. So that is one thing. And next, instead of iterator next, we have next element. So it's almost same like that, just the name of methods they have added as a different thing. But the vector supports iterator, list iterator, and enumeration. Everything it supports. So no problem. It's up to you how you want to use it. You can see here enumeration dot next element. The enumeration name I have taken. So no worries. It's up to you. And now when I'm going to print it, it will just print like same iterator like that. So there is no difference in the output. You can see. So vector is there, but I will see anything additional we have in the vectors, which I can show you. First element is there. You can use this. Let me show you the demo of this. It's out. VECT vect dot first element. Just right click, run as Java. You can see here it is showing Ravi. So it is correct. Okay. So Ravi is the first element. So we have the first element, then we must be having last element. LAST. You can see a last element is there. So you can use that method as well. Just copy it. Right click, run as Java application. You can see here first element and last element. It is printing now. So list, iterator, everything is there. So no worries. You can use these things. We have already seen. Retain all also we have seen. Remove all also we have seen. Add all we have seen. If anything is new, we can see. Set element. This is something not very important, so you can ignore this part. One is sorting. Okay, sorting things I will show you. So for sorting, we have additional method, like additional class in, they call it collection. So collection in like framework is supported with some additional kind of like collections class they have given for sorting. So if you go with the sorting things, so we will have like separate class. By coming there, I have this one. You can see here, collections table. This is something very important class. You can apply this class on all the list things. So that is very, very important for you. List interface and list interface classes. Everything is allowed to be used. You can see here. This is something apart from vector, you can be apply it on vector as well. It's up to you. But I will show you the demo here on any of the things, and you can implement it for any of the list subsequent classes. So collections is a class in Java. You can see here collections separate class. And where it is present in java.util package. It was introduced in Java 1.2 and it has a lot of methods. You can see here a lot of methods. So here we have reverse, we have like sorting, we have max, we have mean. I think max mean is also there. Max mean is there. So a lot of things they have additionally provided. It's a kind of utility they have provided. That it's a common utility. You can use it anywhere. And one more thing, it has a private constructor. Private constructor means you cannot create the object. All the methods are static methods. So when you want to use collections class, you cannot create the object of collections class because it has a private constructor. Private constructor means object cannot be created. That's okay. But you can use all the static methods anywhere. I will show you a couple of demos for static methods of the collections. You can see here, I have created in line number 10 one array list of a string, then added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strings over there, right? So I just try to print this one. And then I added couple of more elements over there. ABC1, ABC2, ABC3, ABC4, ABC5. Okay. So you know in the when you try to add, so there is if you try to add two things, so there are multiple ways. All the like linked list, array list class is having add all methods, but the collections class also have add all method, and basically it will change this one. Means in this at the last it will add everything. So let me show you first that part, and then I will make some changes over here. One by one, I will show you. So initially our array list was like that. And when I added something and then I try to print it, you can see the output. What is the output? And the add all method of the collections, return type is what? Boolean. So what it will do? It will tell you that whether it is successful or unsuccessful. True means successful and false means unsuccessful. You can see here Earlier, this list was like that, and this operation is successful. After successful, when I'm trying to print it, it is printing like this. So same thing like collections also provide add all method, but the any array list or linked list, whatever you are using, that also has that add all method. Anything you can use. So this was the demo of add all method of the collections class. Now I want to show you the demo of the sorting. Suppose that you have the, what do you call, any collection and you want to sort it. So how you will go for sorting? So this is before sorting list and I am applying collections. Collections dot sort. You can see here it is specifically mentioned that you can use what list type only. So don't apply for other collections. So only list type can be passed here and then you can use it. Okay. And one is comparator, which you don't know now. So leave it for now. Once I will show you the comparator interface, then you will try to use that. The first thing is simple way. You go there, basic level things, and try to use any collections. So our collection name is array list. I will pass this array list over here. And after this, I just try to print it. It will change the original things. Just remember things. Whatever the array list I had created and whatever the order I put the value, it doesn't matter, it will be sorted. You can see here, it is coming in the sorted order. This is the original value. It's before sorting, and this is the final value. One is reverse. Okay, one is reverse collections part and reverse. So let me comment this part. Let me keep it like that. After that, I will use reverse. The collections dot reverse. It is also asking whatever the collection thing you will use now whenever there is argument. Most of the time you will see it is applied for list. So list, its name is ARR list. This is sorting, and after sorting, I'm trying to reverse it. One stays thing, I'm just printing as well, so you can just fill the changes over here. So first it will print the normal list, then it will print the sorted one, then it will print. After sorting, it will print the sorted one, then it will do the reverse operation, and then you will print the reverse one. Okay, so let me run this. You can see here. First it printed the normal one, then it printed the sorted one, and then it printed the reverse one. The reverse one, anytime you can apply, it's nothing related to sorting. Means you just print it and then you apply the reverse and then you try to. So once it is changed, means it's change on the original value. That's don't think like a string, it is immutable. It is always mutable, you can change it anytime. Every changes is done the original. Reverse. If you reverse here and then print, the impact is here only. It's just a simple data, and I'm just trying to print the original one, then reverse one. You can see here. This is the thing it is coming like. Very simple example, just for yours. Other collections things also there, but I will show you the next class. What are the important things are there? I will try to cover everything. No, not all the methods is not possible, but yeah, whatever the things are important, definitely I will go through those methods and I'll try to cover all those methods. Basically, you will be using it throughout the automation practices. Okay. Now we have some theory to understand that what is the difference between iterator and list iterator. So this is super hit interview question. So you can see here, can do remove operation only on elements, can remove, add and replace. So basically iterator has remove method, but list iterator has remove, add and replace. Set operation is there. Set is replace. Okay. Set is replace or update like. So method is remove. You can see here set operations. Remove, add and set. You can use 3 additional methods there or 2 additional methods. So remove method is already there. Add and set is there. Iterator method is there. List iterator method provided by. The interface name is iterator. The interface name is list iterator. Iterator method is available for all the collections, but the list iterator is only available for the list interface and subsequent classes. Okay. So this is the big difference, means you can tell that this point. And the method wise, you can say that iterator provides has next, but the list iterator provides has next, and previous has previous. So these are the main highlights about iterator and list iterator things. And this is something important interview question. And sometimes you will feel that they are asking these questions. So if you want like put couple of points during interview, so it is a good for you. I think it's good for you that you are able to produce these things, the concept, whatever you are having. And this will definitely gain some points in the interview. Additional points, miss. Normally people are not saying up to this much of them. But if you know, you can tell that this. I say that I have practically used these things. So that is the one additional thing. I think that's all for today.
Okay.
Anyone has any doubt, they can ask.
No, Raju.
No, Rajiv.
Okay. Then go through the recording once and try to practice by yourself.
Yeah,
Definitely
sure.
it will help you. And just keep on practicing some like additional Java programming as well. Because nowadays in interview, when you will appear for like automation interviews, you will feel that they will ask any random interview question, like they will ask you coding skills. So runtime problem will be given and you have to. So if you have practiced couple of things, definitely it is going to help you. But what questions they will ask, no one knows. But yeah, if you have practiced, like definitely, I think it will help you. Side by side, you just do one programming daily, at least one program daily. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. We will have the next class on Monday.
Thank you,
Yeah, thanks,
Rajiv.
Rajiv.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.